Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Trishack back again with another tutorial. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on formant style or formant filter type basses. This is how you get the yoys and the yas and the mouthy sounding basses, which I use a lot in my music. Here are some examples. So as you can tell, I love formant basses. I love mouthy sounding stuff. So today I'm going to be going over how to make sounds like that inside of Serum using completely stock plugins. And I hope you guys enjoy. Hope this helps. Peace. All right, so we got Serum open and we're going to make a new MIDI track. We'll go with D. D's always a really good bass note to kind of sound design in. I always sound design in D, you know what I'm saying? Love the D. So first thing I'm going to do, drop it an octave. So we got that nice bass tone going. Next, I'm going to grab basic shapes. Next, I'm going to grab basic shapes, go up to wavetable position 2, this guy right here, get some unison going, widen it up, and then we're going to turn randomization off because we want the synth to be playing from the same spot every time. Then we're going to go into miscellaneous here, and then you can see inside of Serum there's three types of formant filters. My favorite is formant 1. Formant 2 and 3 are kind of weak sound. Boom, bada bing, you can already hear we got an E sound, okay? So, there you go. I mean, that's already a formant bass, but it's extremely weak. I mean, like, this is just some pansy shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's gonna use this. So, what do we gotta do? We gotta beef it up. Okay, so we're going to take off this formant filter so we can hear kind of the texture of the original sound that's going to go into the filter. How can we beef up the source sound so that when it hits the filter it's still fat? That's the question we got to answer. Okay, so we're going to go in here, some distortion. I'll throw on some hard clip. By the way, I'm just freeform doing this, like off the top of my head, just messing with knobs. I am a professional knob turner. I turn knobs to make things sound cool, and if it sounds cool, I leave it. Turn the knob, I like how it sounds, I'm leaving it. This is how you produce music right here. Okay, next I'm gonna go into compressor. I always crank a compressor, right? So we turned it on multiband, and then we're gonna lower the threshold. Already sizzly. I'm gonna take away some of those highs, compress some of those highs, let some more mids in, let some more lows in, and then turn the gain up. And then it's already nice and sizzly. Then I turn the gain up right before it starts getting red. Just start messing with knobs. There we go. Maybe 5. Okay, so you can see now that we have a really nice thick. This is a really good way to make your Serum sounds come out of the synth really thick and strong, is you get an EQ like this and you just absolutely shred the low end, like up 9 dB. Same thing with the high end. And you can put it before the compressor if you want. Big tip for formant bass is you want your the source bass before you add the formant filter on top. You want that to be really sizzly in the high end because those are like your little frequency spikes. And when those frequency spikes hit the formant filter, if they're nice and strong and spiky, then the formant filter will sound nice and crispy. So let's turn on our formant filter again. So as you can see, it's nice and spiky, but way too weak for your boy here. First, I'll just add a macro to this cutoff. So now we have, we'll say mouth. Okay, this is our mouth knob. So we got an E-ya going on. And then you can play with the little knobs here too. Resonance will just make it more ringy. Starting to like that. And then see here, this is the formant knob. So this formant knob, this is pretty much what a formant bass is. It's like specific frequencies that are accentuating the vowel sounds in the frequency spectrum. So I'll also make a macro for that because we want to have full capabilities of adjusting the mouth texture through automation, which we'll do later. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. We're gonna make it not clipping. We're gonna make it stay in the green here. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post-process that original synth. So we got a nice spiky formant synth going on right there. So now I'm gonna throw on my signature trisect sauce rack. I will leave this completely free down below in the description. Actually, I'll leave it name your price. You can type in $0. You can give your boy $1 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to like throw something at me, you know what I'm saying? I would definitely appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But it's 100% free. If you guys want to cop this rack, it's fire. I use this rack on everything. This is how I process most of my sounds, or at least it's in every signal chain that I got going because I love the texture of it. I mean, it is to taste. It's what I like, so you may not like it, but hey, it's free, so might as well grab it anyway. I can make a full other video on how this rack works, but it's pretty simple. I mean, you got OTT, slight warmth, tickle this a little, low mid control, high end control, wider metallic. That's fire. And then just distort the crap out of it. So I'm actually liking that. And then we have slight reverb. It's a little kind of like return track, parallel reverb thing. I'm gonna actually prefer using just a normal return track right here. So we will add. Oh, also big tip: return tracks are a game changer. I'm planning on making an entire video on this, but I use Valhalla Room in my return tracks, and I put it down to like 30 something milliseconds and about 1.7 milliseconds of pre-delay, and it adds a perfect little amount of room. And I also lower the mids or lower the highs and cut the lows. So that sounded pretty saucy. I think I want more low end though. So now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like fine tune EQ right here. Now I'm actually gonna go back into Serum here and widen this a little bit. And to do that inside of Serum, you can go here to a delay and you can turn off BPM, bring the left down, like, I don't know, something like that, and then actually bring the left down all the way, and then bring the right up to about 8. So then I'll add this to a macro and I'll put wider. That's my wider knob. So if I want to make it wider, what do? I turn the wider knob, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this is also Rezz. Actually, Rezz. Okay. Cool, so now we got a pretty good bass going. And you could always take out the low end and then add your own sub under it, but I'm just gonna make this in one patch. So I'll actually teach you another technique on a better way of automating your formant filters that I like to use. You can go into Ableton and you can go to an LFO and you can grab it. If you have Ableton, you'll have this effect. So you can grab a LFO, right? And you can go into here, right? So you can go into expand this plugin tab, press configure, and then you can literally click what you want the LFO to be mapped to. So I want to map this to the mouth, okay? So now check this out. Oh! Now we're talking. So we can go here into the LFO and we can adjust how much we want this to play with and which portion of the mouth we want to accentuate. So now we got a pretty good bass going. You want to turn this into a pluck bass? Okay. Let's go here. Let's turn on a filter. Let's do 18. And then we'll get this LFO here, turn it on to 1/4, turn it on to trig, or actually envelope. And then we're gonna drag that onto the cutoff. Check that shit out. So we're at what, 120? Let's go down to 90, 95 BPM. Let's do some mid-tempo. So then we can go. Ooh, that's fire. And I'll actually make this a macro as well. Thank you for watching, everybody. I want to start making more tutorials, more music production content. Let me know what kind of stuff you want to see from me, and I'll be happy to make videos on that in the future. Again, I'll leave that the Trisect sauce rack in the description. If you want to throw your boy $1 or $2, I would really appreciate it. If not, it's totally free. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day.